So let's have a look at this plugin in the context of a track ID. I've got that same loop we were looking at before in the previous video. So we're working kind of in the key of C# minor. So I'm just going to add a bit of kind of color and texture using Hollywood Backup Singers. So let's just refresh our memory of the loop. Okay, so I'm going to kind of play a kind of 6/5 part over the top. So something like this. So playing C# minor to B. So let's put something in. Okay. Let's just go through and quantize this. In fact, let's just come here and make these legato as well. Okay. Okay, so what could we do from here? Well, we're working with the vowel here, the R sound. So we could use, in this case, the mod wheel to move between a soft and loud dynamic layers. Let's bring the volume down slightly. It's a really good way of adding a little bit of a kind of natural sound in there. So let's record something in for that. So I'm just going to duplicate the track so we don't record over what we've already got. And of course, we can also use the expression pedal to control the overall loudness. Okay, so let's record something in for that. Again, I'll duplicate the track. Okay. So we could go in and fine tune that if we needed to. Maybe we can make this a little bit less pronounced, like so. So you can fine tune that so you get exactly the kind of contour you're looking for, but you can hear that it adds a lot more kind of realism to it, having both the ability to mix between the loud and soft layers and also having the overall expression to control things. Okay, let's just copy this across. And let's just duplicate the instrument, bring it down so we can work on a different kind of idea. So we have some different versions that we can go for here. So for example, we could try using the expressive version. Let's actually try this on a different articulation. So let's try the articulation. Let's copy across the parts. And in fact, let's copy the part down. And in fact, that's on overlap, so that's fine. So we'll drag these down as well. And let's just actually glue these together so we have everything on one track. So now we could use this as an arrangement tool. So we can flick between these two different articulations, and this one obviously an expressive version as well. So it can be quite nice just to have a little bit of variation within your arrangement by using those different articulations. Now remember, the different versions we have here are expressive versions. We have the sustain expressive versions where we have 3 different dynamic layers that we can move between. And also we have Leslie variations as well, which have gone through a Leslie speaker cabinet. So you can try all those out. And next up we have our consonants. Now these work in the same kind of way as the vowels. We don't have as many different kind of versions. We don't have the Leslie versions or the expressive versions, but we have the dynamic layers. So let's choose one of those. Let's choose a let's try a D sound. So you could add in some more color that way as well. Okay, let's duplicate the track. Come back over to here. Let's try a combo mod. Now in this case, we know we can move between 2 different articulations using the mod wheel. So let's copy down the chords on their own. And let's just make another track here so we can record in the mod wheel should we need to. And let's just mute this track for now. Okay, let's load up the U and the A. So in this case, it's really useful because we can actually switch between these different articulations. Now, at the moment, we are switching because we're on the switch mode, but we could also crossfade. So let's try the 2 of these out. So first of all, let's just switch. So you can hear that each chord I move between the different articulations. Okay, let's say we didn't want to do it that way, so let's delete this. And let's come across to crossfade instead. And let's try a different one. Now we can use the mod wheel to actually crossfade between those articulations. So I think these are really, really powerful because it just sounds so natural doing it that way. So let's record something in for that. And again, expression pedal control the overall loudness. Really, really nice. I think that's my favorite articulation for this track so far. Okay, so let's duplicate the track again. And let's have a look at adding in some solo phrases. So we were working in the key of C sharp minor. So let's go to C sharp. Let's try some of those out. Now we can actually try out a different tactic here. Sometimes you find there's not that much that fits using that root note. You can try using the relative major or relative minor, depending on what key you're in. So in this case, we'll be working on E major. So let's try E major and see if we get something good out. Okay. Yeah, that definitely works better for that. So let's put something in for that. Yeah, it's working really nicely, adding some very nice color to the part. Now remember, we can flick between the start and the end of the phrase. So let's do that. So what we'll do is we'll just join these together. And let's actually just draw this in. So we'll come to mod wheel, modulation. So now spread this out. And let's start off all the way down to the bottom. Let's go all the way up to the top. So it kind of worked better on this one rather than this one. So what we could do is bring this down, and then we'd have a nice variation within those phrases there. So some really nice kind of extra texture being added in using those phrases. Now, of course, what we could do is use the key switch here. We could key switch between different phrases if we wanted to as well. I don't feel like we need to here, but you could do that as well if you wanted to kind of try out different root notes for different chords that are playing. And to finish off, let's put something in with Word Builder. So we'll come across to perform. Let's try a phrase from here. Let's try coming home. Okay, that sounded quite nice. Okay, so let's put something in for that. Let's quantize that. And now we've got a little kind of a melody phrase hook. So what we could do is, let's just duplicate this. You can see that you end up with the ability to add in some nice kind of performance variations. So let's say we had the phrases playing here, took them out again there, bring them back in again here. We've got some nice variation between these different parts. So hopefully you can hear from this that you can use backup singers to add in some really nice soulful kind of vocal textures, vocal hooks as well, and using the phrases you can get some really beautiful ad-libs in there as well. So that's brought us to the end of this video series on Hollywood backup singers. My name's been Larry Holcomb, aka Get to Know. I really hope you've enjoyed me showing you this series. I love this plugin. As I said, I use this and Voices of Soul on pretty much every single track I come up with. So it's one that I love using, and hopefully you've enjoyed me showing you the different parameters, and hopefully I'll have you back for another video series we go through in the future. Thanks a lot for watching.